What's going on, everybody? We're about to wrap up our talk about the Thunder Rockets game one. Terrible game, horrible game, unfun game. But before we do so, gonna go ahead and say subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already. We're dropping banger after banger all postseason long.
Yeah, man.
So just subscribe, okay? All right. Takeaways. I don't think this should last too long, honestly.
Nah, man.
I think Oklahoma City has to find a new method to score. They're taking tough shots the entire game. Looked like they were in the beginning. They were trying to look for the mismatch for Adams and Gallinari. Gallo had like almost a 30 piece. Felt like it kind of took them out of their offense. A lot of stagnant. A lot of people that are just standing, watching the ball. And Houston was just doing what Houston does basically. So nothing new on their end.
I feel like they were playing great defense though too.
Yeah, Houston played great defense.
They kind of play like a weird zone, and they kind of let you shoot the three because they're saying you're not going to hit more threes than we're going to hit.
Well, they play weird defense because like they throw the same size guy at every single person on the court. Like everybody's like in like 6'7", 6'8" range.
Right.
Especially without Russ.
Harden was obviously Harden played incredible.
Their bench, man.
Yeah,
I mean,
Jeff Green played unreal.
It's kind of weird to see him without Russ and then think like, okay, add Russ to the mix. Does that hurt?
What does that do to them?
Or help him?
Right. He's definitely not going to space the floor, but
yeah,
I thought their bench was awesome today.
I guess against like better teams, like you could use a guy like Russ to kind of take some of the load off Harden.
Yeah, I don't know how that's going to work whenever Russ does return, whenever he does return, but yeah, I mean, I'm not putting too much stock into this game, to be honest with you, as compared to some of the other games.
Yeah, it was pretty uninteresting to watch. I was watching the Stars wrap up, get the series lead on the Flames. So
yeah, it sucks because we thought this would be like the best series of the entire playoffs from like a competition standpoint, and it's bar none been the worst game.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I'm putting a little bit of stock into it just because I'm worried about Oklahoma City's offense. Like they look terrible out there, man. Like they look so bad. Just a lot of one-on-one, not a lot of ball movement, not a lot of player movement, just in terms of cutting.
They kind of seemed uninterested out there. Like they just, I don't know. There was not really any hard playing going on their end.
Yeah, no, not a lot. I mean, 22. They had 22 assists on 37 made baskets. I want to say they're usually a little bit higher in that category in terms of team assists, but I mean you could tell out there, man. Like, and I mean Houston was playing pretty good defense, and I don't know if that's as much of a product of their defense or just how stagnant Oklahoma City's offense was, but they were getting out to shooters, they were closing out pretty well. Houston was, and they were just bombing threes, man. It's threes are greater than twos at all times. It's just one of those things. I hate to admit it, but it's just the truth.
Yeah, but it's not like OKC didn't shot the three ball like horribly or anything. They didn't shoot that bad.
Right.
I think Chris Paul just took a little too long to get going. Like he started picking it up there towards the end of the game, and I think for the Thunder, he has to come out of the gate, sort of leading the team offensively, or else they're going to struggle.
Yeah, agreed.
In the first game, like Shea's first playoff game, or did he play? Was he in there with the Lakers? No, he was there.
No, he was there with the Clippers. But he did look shaky out there. He did definitely look shaky out there, man.
Right.
He wasn't. I don't think he was getting the calls on the bumps that he usually does. He was 2 for 8 from the field, 1 for 3.
Harden's just gonna have his way in this series, man. Yeah, I think the Thunders have no answer for him.
Buddy didn't do too bad. Schroeder actually didn't do too bad guarding him, to be honest.
Well, I mean, Robertson lost. Robertson only got 3 minutes, and he got cooked those whole 3 minutes, and then fouled Harden on the 3-pointer, and then he got taken out the game immediately.
Yeah, he only got 3 minutes. Yeah, it's tough. I mean, and you thought that he's going to be one of the guys that they're going to be able to throw at Harden.
Right.
Didn't really look like it too much.
Hey, all I got to say is go Magic, baby.
Go Magic.
That was crazy. See, that's one I'm not putting too much into as far as this series, but it's a little shaky. Okay, but I'll say Lou Dort missing actually hurt the Thunder.
I was going to say, man, what happened to Dort? Like, where's Buddy?
I think said I think there was something with his hamstring or something.
With his hammy?
I don't know what it was. But he was a guy. Him and Robertson were going to be guys who
you could throw supposed to.
Yeah. So his absence was felt, I feel like.
I think the Chris Paul thing, Conley, I think you made a good point. He definitely, I mean, I think he was like 0 for 5 in the first quarter.
And he seemed like super frustrated the whole game.
He has to just get going earlier.
Right.
And in that second quarter, Eric Gordon went nutso. And that bench just in general. Jeff Green almost had a 20 bomb, I think.
Jeff Green, he did have a 20 bomb. Jeff Green was going off. Ben McLemore.
Super well.
Jeff Green, man, plus 28.
Yeah, that's the thing. If you're the Thunder, you're thinking there's no way Jeff Green goes 8 of 12 in game 2. Right. There's no way Ben McLemore goes 4 of 7 from 3 in game 2.
But they get so many good looks. I mean, they just they're all. It's kind of crazy, like how the Rockets play. Like I can't imagine any other team kind of playing like that. It's totally new.
Yeah, I think that honestly, like Oklahoma City was trying, like it almost felt like they were trying to play like that. They were doing like spread,
you can't compete with all these threes.
It's not even the 3-point shooters. It's just the fact that Harden is such an incredible one-on-one player, and he can once he breaks one person down, then it's 4-on-5, and he usually makes the right play. Oklahoma City they don't have anyone to break down a defender like the way Harden does. I mean, there's no one in the league that can break down a defender like Harden does. Maybe.
And then on the other end, Houston, all these shooters can defend pretty well.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, House can defend.
Yeah,
and they
put this roster
team defense well together.
Yeah,
and they say shoot the 3. You're not going to make more than we do.
I mean, they're good. They're a good, scary team. Like they'll challenge anybody
at the top of the bracket.
They'll challenge anybody in the playoffs. They always have. They've always been competitive in the playoffs. The Warriors have been the Warriors, unfortunately for Harden.
What does it say about Westbrook and his what happens when they get back? Because I mean, the floor is not going to be a spread, obviously.
Hey, I feel like the way Game 1 went. Take your time.
Take your time. Yeah,
take your time. Don't re-injure it at all.
Yeah,
that's my thoughts.
I don't know what their team's going to look like with him back. It's going to look bad for him if he comes back and they lose. That's for sure.
Yep.
No, yeah, for sure.
The Twitter Russell Westbrook hate group does not need any more ammunition.
Yeah, they just got some ammo. They're like, look how good they look. No rush.
He's got to take a more true point guard role. I mean, he could get 20 assists.
I mean, that's what he started doing though. Towards the,
I think that's what he's got to do.
I mean, towards the back half of the season, that's what he started to do. He started to take more of a, I don't want to say a backseat, but he stopped trying to not be. He stopped trying to fit into the Rocket system where he's just chunking threes.
I feel like 15 shots is max that he should.
With him, I mean, it definitely helped once they got rid of Capella, because when Capella and Russ is on the floor, then there's 2 non-shooters on the floor.
Right.
Now with them playing Buddy at 5, PJ at 5, there's only one non-shooter on the floor. There's only one non-shooter on the floor when Russ is out there. So he can just attack the basket. And if they have four shooters spread out, then he has a wide. I mean, it's just one-on-one Russell Westbrook. And who's going to guard?
Yeah,
one-on-one. So
I think they'll be better off with him. They'll be better off with him for sure.
Yeah, I hate people that say that. They're like, they're better with Buddy left. Nah,
they can get in transition. He's one of the best players in transition, maybe the best player in transition in the NBA.
Yeah,
just opens up a lot for him. But yeah, I agree. I mean, he has to play that like that though. He can't be chunking threes.
No, yeah,
but he
can't be the person spotting
now.
up. Yeah, no, he can't be the person spotting up. I think he needs the ball in his hands, and that takes away from Harden with the ball in his hands. But I think for him to be out there, he can't be the person spotting up, because that just takes away space. Like, no one's gonna go out there and close out if Russ Westbrook catches a swing pass to shoot a 3. You're just like, all right, shoot it. Like, go ahead. I'm gonna let him shoot that.
It's gonna be. I still think it's gonna be a tough series. I know the Thunder offense looked terrible, but I think they'll probably get it figured out a little bit.
Yeah, hopefully, because
I don't know.
I'm
kind of thinking, get the brooms out.
Get the brooms out.
Relax.
Didn't we pick the Thunder? You're already jumping off that quick.
I might be jumping ship already, honestly.
Did y'all pick OKC?
I think I picked OKC in 7. I'm still thinking it might be a competitive series. I don't know if they're gonna win. Brett,
I'm definitely switching who's winning.
Rockets, sweep
for sure.
It's a wrap.
I'm definitely changing my pick.
All right,
already it's a wrap.
I'm remembering that. I'm staying true to the Thunder. Let's go Thunder.
See ya.
Let's go Dort. Got to get Dort back.
Yeah.
All right. Uninteresting game, but we'll see. We'll see how it all ends up playing out as the series goes on. Houston bench that's the thing. Do you think that Ben McLemore and Jeff Green give you this? every night.
And that's the thing too. Yeah, but I mean,
Jeff
Harden's
Green's
gonna
been
give
pretty
you a
solid
30
most
bomb
of the
every night.
time.
That's for sure.
I know, but Jeff Green's not putting up 22 points on a regular basis.
Do we really think Dort's gonna change the series?
Yeah, maybe. Do we think Schroeder's gonna go 3 of 12 again? You know,
Probably.
do we think Chris Paul starts that badly again? Like,
Hopefully not.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
he needs to get going.
Steven Adams looked like he just didn't even give a shit out there.
do we think Shea's
SGA
gonna
needs
go
to
out there
get
and be that
going.
bad? Yeah, like
He
they
has
just
to
play
get
bad.
going.
A lot of
Yeah,
bad
they do.
individual performances too,
Yeah.
and we'll see. All right, subscribe to the channel. We'll be back in a little bit. Lakers, Blazers about to tip off. Peace.